welcome back to the channel. My name is Ascendant Nomad and I'm your Crucible Doctor. I'll keep this intro short. Today's video is a self-review of previously recorded footage. I'm on my Hunter, playing a disruptive invisibility build. Gemini Justice paired with Top Tree Night Stalker for disorienting invisibility when I dodge. And I've paired it with Thorn and Fellwinter's Lie. And I'm not using any heavy for the game even though I have Tomorrow's Answer equipped, which is the rocket launcher from Trials of Osiris. I hope you guys find this video useful. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you did, and leave a comment below that like button if there's something more you'd like to see, or if you flat out hated it. Alright, let's get into it. Here's a self-review. This is something that I do with my streams. Every Wednesday we tend to do gameplay reviews, but we've never actually done it for myself. Now we did do Taking Control not too long ago, and that was a pretty popular video. I think people seem to really like what was going through my mind and seeing how I reacted in the moment. But let's do a post-review where we can stop, we can make annotations, we can talk about what's happening. Now, straight off the spawn, unfortunately, somebody was AFK, easy kill, but you have to take those on Rumble, right? Now, in front of me here, I've got somebody, but I'm not sure if I want to take the shot on, and immediately I get rushed by somebody else. And on a small map like this, in a small map like Cauldron, that hesitation can kill you very, very quickly. You've got two pings here. I got a ping straight away, and that said, okay, I've got one person here. I'm not going to worry about this person because he's behind cover there, and he can't see me. But this person's going to rush out of this door, so I got to focus on him. So that's what I did. I turned around and I started focusing on him. I missed a couple of shots. That's a hard shot to make regardless. But I think I handled the follow-up pretty well. The problem was, of course, with this follow-up, is that, well, I didn't come out of it unscathed. I'm a little weak. Now, of course, Monsieur on the bridge can look into this side, and he sees me low. It's a very easy cleanup. It's literally a body shot, and so it transpires. With annoying hunger, no less. You didn't even need to aim. So, spawned in the same location, I have a rough idea of what's going on in front of me. There's a lot of action on the top bridge, but they cancel each other out. So the only thing left to do here is just pick up special, which I do. Now, this is interesting. We've got a situation here where we're running into two people. Now we've got a ping here, and a ping here. Now based on the actual nature of those pings, where you can see that this is a thin line, that means someone's around here, like sort of in the background there, probably coming up from stairs, and this person is directly behind the doorway here. Ideally, I want to kill both of them, right? I want to, or at least come away with one kill here. So, with my Gemini Justice build, we're in range for a radar disable and a little bit of flash on the screen. So that's exactly what happens here. And we get our guy blinded, which helps us win that engagement. Now, the problem with Cauldron is that you can never really rest, right? You can never truly rest. This is what happens. You got the same guy, who's now a lot closer. You've got a ping out in water, which means somebody spawned there or is rotated or whatever. Then you got a guy behind me, which means he's probably either on the bridge or he's coming out from that lower entrance where we had that initial engagement, right? The last thing you want to do here is hesitate. Because that happens. A better way to have played that, if I just scroll back here, no problems with getting this kill whatsoever, no problems whatsoever. But you get this kill and you bail immediately as soon as you see the radar pings. For some reason in my head, I thought the guy rushing me was more important, because if you go back again, you can hear his footsteps, and his footsteps are approaching me. Right there. But because I was so tunnel vision and preoccupied, I missed the guy who was right behind me. And using a Revoker and Knowing Hunger, which we all know is the pinnacle of skill. In either case, this was completely on me because I was absolute and I wasn't behind cover and I didn't rotate enough. I didn't play my life, basically. I played the opponent when I was low. And when you play the opponent, it doesn't matter how skilled you are going to get tunnel visioned. And when you get tunnel visioned, especially on a close quarters map, you're going to get flanked. I'm going to let some of these engagements now play out a little bit, and we'll just kind of talk about them. This one just came down to bad aim. Now we know just a little bit from the micro studies here that Electro is a little bit laggy, and I should have accounted for that, but it doesn't excuse the fact that I completely missed my shots. I want to let some of these, again, a little bit of a laggy kill. We might be in a European lobby here, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what lobby you're in. The most important thing is you still play to the best of your abilities, and you let the connection handle itself. The reason I want to play these out is because there's a few things I do good, but there's a lot that I do bad, and a lot of it is just my fault. Now in that last engagement, we did run into 2 people, but again, playing the central room, you always take that risk. And this one just came down to straight aim. Now of course, you could, you know, talk about auto rifles and how they're very easy and how overpowered they are and all of that, but that doesn't change the fact that if you don't hit your shots, you have no leg to stand on. So I'm not even going to go into the fact that, yes, okay, we made a crack before about him using Revoker and knowing hunger, but that doesn't matter when I don't hit my shots, you know? So right now we're at 5-9. Right now we're in a pretty bad spot. We're still somehow in second, but we need to start getting some kills and to get back into it. Running into 2-3 people here. One guy hiding behind the barricade, decided to smoke him, but he gets finished off anyways. Now I did that dodge as sort of a precautionary measure, because you know how he died right here? He died from a lightning nade that was thrown from roughly this position. So that lightning nade went to here and killed him because he was standing behind this barricade. Now, if I'm in this person, I've got my radar pinging for someone right here and someone right there. Now, if this was me, I would have thrown this, got this kill, and then immediately pushed up into here, probably with my shotgun or something, and try to go for the kill immediately, because I've already neutralized one threat, and there's literally no barrier stopping me from rushing this door. So this dodge was a precautionary measure to try and blind an oncoming rusher, but that didn't happen because what I didn't realize is that it was Electro Gypsy again, and he's running a Revoker and Gnawing Hunger. Nothing wrong with playing it safe. If you go into the middle and Cauldron right after a very, very loud audio cue happens, everyone else is going to be attracted to that because they're going to know that everybody's in this area, or there's going to be some people in this area, and so they're going to come in and try and snag an opportune kill. And of course, you've already seen that. What happens is when you stay in the middle area without moving, is you get third-partied. Let's move on. And he just stayed there, and I got some sort of damage glitch there because that was not a clean shotgun by any means. Now here I hesitated, right? Let's just count this for a second. There's a very purposeful hesitation here. Okay, so I'm just staying here. 7:36 is the time code at the bottom, and I have not moved, or as near as makes no difference, 5 seconds at this point. This is because there's no one in the room, there's nobody around, and so I'm just trying to get a snapshot. We talked about snapshots in Game Sense 101 and 102. Is we've got 3 radar pings, one behind me, sort of in the green area, one in front of me, which is sort of that initial spawn area by red, and we've got another person who's, I think, in the tunnels behind me there. So at this point, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of action here. So like, what do I do? Which way do I go? If I move forward, I might get exposed by these guys, or are these two going to fight? We don't know. So in this case, in this particular situation, stopping to take a breather just to read the situation is good, but I don't recommend that you stay for 5 minutes here. I was coming into this pretty cold, and this was my first game of the day. Unless you have pretty good habits and a pretty good fundamental set of skills, it takes a while to sort of ease into the rhythm of the day. At this point, at 6:10, I'm considering the game pretty much gone. Usually in Rumble, there's always 1 or 2 people who run away with the game. And so at this point, it's like, I'm going to need a miracle to come back. So I'm just going to take it easy, read my radar, get into my rhythm, and just do the best that I can. Now, that was just bad all around. And of course, because I take too long to do anything, there's Gypsy again to clean me up. Let's review this, shall we? Problem number 1 is I took too long to make it play, right? So at this point, like I said, I don't know what's happening around me. I don't know what the situation is. I'm looking at my radar, I'm looking at the area, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do. And I think this is a pretty common thing that happens to a lot of people in Rumble, is that they get multiple radar pings and they feel paralyzed. They don't know what's happening. If I looked a little bit closer, though, at this point, at 7:40, you can kind of see that the door is just open there. So this person's coming in. And then it all happens very, very quickly. Because on my left, you'll see that now in just a second or 2 seconds, hence the 2-second rule, that man came in from the doors. He jumped up from here. This ping is now not here. It's actually here. Somewhere in this area, which means he's coming in through this door. Okay? This ping means there's somebody coming in from that door now. That's confirmed. You can see that these two are dimmer compared to this one, which means that they're above me. This signifies an elevation change. And we can see that with this ping, this person's above me. This person at the back is also above me, which means they're coming through that door. There's no other way to come in from there. So now I'm in the worst possible situation where I've got one threat directly in front of me, and I've got two on their way. And all because I stood here for 6 seconds. Not great. Now, because Bear came up through that door, he saw Venatus first and decided to ape him, which is completely fair. He was also low because we shot him. But now, at this situation, I gotta go get a kill. And I gotta do it quickly. And I go for Bear, and I didn't shoot that for some reason. Eventually got it with the Thorn, but the problem was, because I allowed Bear to sort of compete, I got my health back to 0. I was absolute through that. That, again, is hesitation. I should have come out of here with my primary. I should have looked at my radar, paused here, realized that my boy is still in the air. He's still above me. And he's probably preoccupied with that radar ping at the door, so he's not going to be looking towards me. You come out here with a primary, 2 things happen. First of all, I don't feel the need to chase him. Second of all, I can just stay here. Relatively safe. There's no ping here. This is safe. This whole area, excuse my drawing, is safe. Like, this entire area is safe. But because I got panicked as a result of hesitating earlier, I wanted to push out and get this kill really quickly because I thought the guy from door was going to come out and collapse on me. Now, of course, that's not what happened, but you never know. When you're panicking, when you're unsure, when you have no read of the game, when you have poor game sense, you think that all the enemies are coming at you all the time. When in reality, this whole situation that we're going through right now is the product of hesitancy, and it's the product of my own making. I put myself in this bad situation. Again, if I came out here with my primary, I could have just stayed there, and we could have shot and been relatively safe. Now we're at 7:12. Now the game's even more gone. Let's see what happens. So I decide to rush in, and I didn't respond quick enough to Venatus coming out the door. Probably a foolish idea, but at that point, you know, you're 5 kills down, you just want to get something going. Now here, got a little bit of a double damage glitch, which is fine. We blinded Electro Gypsy, which with our Gemini Jester is all starting to come together. Baron Shrooms is pretty much dead because of Thorn proc, and then we had the same situation where we didn't hesitate, but we also took on too much, too quickly. We killed 3 people in quick succession. One of them was relatively unchallenged. 6 Path of Pain is jumping in the air. There's not really much they can do to fight back. We take no damage. Very good. Now we move in. We've got somebody on the tower there. We decide not to go for him. But here's the thing. I managed to read the radar in that moment very, very quickly. And I knew there was still danger lurking around. I got this ping right there when I was looking up. And I knew that someone was coming to take care of me. So that's where the preventative Gemini gesturing that we covered before actually saved my life here. Because I do this, you can see like just this, when you Gemini someone, you get this like dark red effect, like their armor's been sundered, or they're debuffed basically. You can tell this person is now coming in here. So he's decided to come in with the sniper. He's decided to take on the sniper body shot routine, but he's blind. So he's looking the wrong way. And I'm invis, so that makes it just a wee bit harder for him to come off with the kill. So we get that easy kill on him. We come up here. I should not have chased him because I hit him 3 bodies but with Thorn proc throughout. So that would have been enough to kill him. And I gave up my advantageous position here, which then results in Venatus getting a pretty easy shotgun auto-rifle kill. I think Venatus was using a Felwinter's Lie because that was a serious distance to map someone. Even though it didn't kill me, it took off most of my health. Then it was a matter of a quick swap to kill him. So, all in all, if we play back this entire sequence of play, this comes down to overexcitement, overcommitment, a little bit of panic because we're down on score. It was a good sequence of plays, the best sequence of play yet in the game that I've had. 2 kills pretty quickly, get a third one relatively cleanly, decide to go for the Thorn proc, and pay the price in the process. I should have just left that Thorn proc alone. Now, we are 10-13. Let's see what happens here. And we've third party 2 people in quick succession, which is good. Okay. That's now 3 people. We've matched the last sequence of play. Very good. 6 paths just spawned. That's unfortunate. Another third-party opportunity. See, even if you don't get the Thorn proc from the immediate kill, it still lasts a long time. Now, why did I tether that? We'll break it down after. Good. Not so good. Good. We've just gone from 10 to 18. And you know why? Mostly because of Thorn perk. That's how quickly it can change in Rumble. Especially on Cauldron and close quarters maps. That's how quickly it can change. You just need one sequence of semi-decent play and it'll turn around. Of course, having Thorn definitely helps. Like, Soul Devourer is actually stupid. So this one was a pretty simple routine, okay? I've got Venatus in front of me. I was always going to shoot him. Venatus was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then Bears being a bit low, I have Venatus to thank for that because I think they shot them with the auto rifle and that made them low. So this was a pretty routine double kill. Now, I come in and I see this shield. To me, this is a godsend. Thank you to whoever put this down. Because when I played this shield, when I put myself in this position here, I've given myself cover from 1, 2, and then 3 lines of attack, or lanes of sight. The only one I'm not protected from is this one, and then the one I just came out of. But I'm pretty sure the one I came out of is clear because I just came out of it. So if I'm behind the shield, this way can't attack me. This way can't really attack me. Maybe this way can attack me, but they have to jump up and get me. I can now pick my engagement, depending on how this goes. And I know that there's a radar ping over there, so I know there's somewhere around here. Now, moving forward, we see that our boy decided to jump up, low health, thank you very much, easy kill. Even if my shot wasn't particularly good, because again, like I said, first game of the day. We come out, this was another routine kill, unchallenged on 6th path. At this point, I can see the 2 pings, but when I was running in, I could already see that there was 2 pings converging on my location. It's a good policy to assume that if you see pings in the central room, they're coming for you, because that's where most of the action happens anyways. So at this point, I can see a ping here, right? This person can come in from that door. This person is probably 6 paths, that's who I decide to face. So I'm going out here with the assumption that the person behind me is going to be in the central room once I'm done with this person here. And so it transpired. What I didn't account for was the fact that this was going to be a third party. And I eventually get that kill. Because Soul Devourer did most of the work. If I had gone out to pick up the Thorn proc here, I would have missed out on that kill. I still had 1 second, so I just decided to put in whatever damage I could. Now that was a crit in a body with 2 sets of 7s going on, so then all I needed was a little bit of luck from a double damage glitch and a body shot. Now, why did I tether this? What is the reasoning for this? I've got pings behind me. I'm being chased. And I didn't want to be chased while I'm picking this up. Running a top tree tether was intentional because of the invisibility that you get with Gemini Jesters. It's also objectively the worst super in PvP. So, how to use it? Area denial. Not very useful in Rumble. It was perfect for my situation. So that person who was chasing me is now thinking twice. Okay, perhaps they've decided to go for heavy instead.
First place.
But they didn't. They went underneath. So I read that pretty quickly. Then bears decide to come in. See, everyone comes to central. Now at this point I'm in a pretty tight situation and I just do everything in my power to survive. That one was a complete fluke. I should have died 100 times over. Rush him, get in shotgun range, put some damage on, and if you can't quite finish him off, do whatever you can. Now, I had two options. I had grenade or melee. I went for the melee because I thought that was probably the more consistent, more reliable option at that point. Because it's a smoke bomb, it's going to do some damage. He's absolute, I'm absolute. If I throw a grenade, there's an activation time. There's the angle of which it might hit something, and we know the geometry in this game isn't predictable, especially in a map like Cauldron with a lot of odd edges and slants and all that. So I just decided to go through and hit him with a melee. And it worked. At this point I'm feeling pretty good. And the reason this person is tagged is because they ran into my tether earlier. So even though I could see him, I was still too low. I was too low to do anything about it. And also they slid out, which this should be a good that's proof that you should be sliding out, always. This one, we're just not going to talk about this, okay? That should have been a kill. There's no excusing, there's no review needed for that one. Coming up to bridge, I see an opportunity for a cheeky kill here, and I get it. And honestly, that's a suicide move, but it doesn't matter because I was 1 kill away from winning, and in this situation, you just kind of go for it, right? Done. And then we see from the post-game screen that we somehow, despite everything, came out on top. I had no right to win this game. I had no business winning this game, but I did. And it all came down to Thorn and having that one insane sequence of play, which I think we'll just finish this video by watching over without any commentary.
Double down. I need a hunter like you with the red jacks. You're in first place.
Nine kills in the span of a minute. If ever you need more proof that Thorn is a bit strong and that shotguns are maybe a little broken, there you have it. I hope you found this video useful and informative. Apologies for the clickbait, I'm trying something new. And also apologies for the length because I know we did go on quite a bit. But a lot of you wanted to hear a live review, and this is my first time doing this. Personally, I'm a big fan of live commentary. I'm going to keep doing live commentary a little bit more, but I'm also going to do these breakdowns and do more gameplay reviews. This is something we do on Twitch on Wednesdays, so if you're not already watching me on Twitch, please feel free to stop by. We review everyone else's gameplay, but on this channel, I'm only going to review mine because I don't want to put anyone under the spot other than myself. And I want you guys to learn off my mistakes rather than learning of someone else's mistakes. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ascendant Nomad, and I'm your Crucible Doctor. See you in the next one. Cheers.